Okay, ladies and gentlemen, unit module 4, lesson 3. Today, I can model tiling. Tiles. Look what I'm doing with these. Do these fit together like the tiles of our floor? Yes, we tiled yesterday to find some area. And I can model tiling with unit squares to measure area. So we're going to start by counting by threes, and we're going to look for that pattern. Everybody count by threes with me right here.
3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30.
Somebody didn't read the threes to 30. Okay. But I said it out loud, didn't I? Okay. So now, friends, we're going to try counting by 6, just to 60, though. So when you hit 60, stop. We can do this. Deep breath, everybody. No panic, because you know what? The numbers are going to show up on the screen. So really, all you have to do is read the numbers. Okay, ready? 3, 2,
6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42, 48, 54, 60.
Do you see any matches?
Yeah.
Veronica? So 30 and 30. You're actually going backwards because my little clicker's going to start at the top. You see a match at the top?
I also see another match.
There's lots of matches, but if we start at the top, yeah, the 6s. Then comes what? Cole.
12.
The 12, then comes what? Addison?
18.
The 18, then comes what? 11? 24, then comes what? Hunter?
30.
Then 30.
Wait, I see another pattern.
What?
I see another pattern.
What's the other pattern?
Well, it's 3 times 2 equals 6. 6 times 2 equals 12. 9 times 2 equals 18. 12 times 2.
12 times 2 is 24. 15 times 2 is 30. Huh. 3 times 2 is 6. I like that pattern.
30 times 2 is 16.
So 3 times 2 equals 6 times 1. 3 times 4, oops, I didn't mean to go that fast. There we go.
3 times 2 equals 6 times 1 equals 6.
Oh, not equals, then 3 times 4. So we're skipping over this one.
6 times 2. What does not equal 6? Oops. 3 times 6 equals 3 times 6 times 3. What is 3 times 8 equals 6 times 4. 3 times 10 equals 6 times 5.
So, what 3 fact would 36 match to? 36 is 6 times 6. So let's continue the pattern. 6 times 6 equals 3 times
12.
12, right? Because here we've got them counting by 2s.
2, 4, 6,
Counting by 2s, and here this side is counting by 1s. Andy, what's your other way you can solve?
So if I saw a pattern like 2 here. 11 times.
Yes, exactly. Andy found the pattern. Because we're counting by the 2s on this side, right? And on the other side we're counting by 1. So what pattern do you notice? We notice that on the 3 sides we're counting by 2s and it matches up at 6 counting by 1s. That 3 times 2 is 6. What's the area of this rectangle? Ashley.
4 square units.
Count them again, my dear.
Oh, 5 square units.
5 square units. Yes. What's the area of this rectangle? Trey.
3 square units or 6?
What?
I think 6
6 what?
square units.
6 square units.
I thought it was going to be.
Right? Because it's 3 across the top, and 3 times 2 is 6. What about this one? Addison.
8 square units.
8 square units, because 2 times 4 is 8. What's the area of this rectangle? Tara, can you do this one for me? You have to give it a unit. 12 square units. Yeah. Not 12 areas. One area is 12 square units. What's the area of this rectangle? Andy.
Oh, I know.
You got it.
15 square feet.
15 square units. Excellent. Okay, here we go. Jace uses paper squares to create a rectangle. Clary cuts all of Jace's squares in half to make triangles. She uses the triangles to make a rectangle. So here is Jace's squares. Let me leave this for you. Here's Jace's squares right here. Well, Jace has more than one square. But this is what they look like. Clary takes all of Jace's squares and cuts them in half to make triangles.
But how much?
Well, let's find out. So Clary is going to make the same shape. There are 16 triangles in Clary's shape. How many squares were in Jace's rectangle? Draw a picture. There are 16 of these guys in Clary's shape.
We do it on Seesaw.
Can you do it on Seesaw? If you'd like to. Pop it into a drawing. If you have it handy. You'd rather do it on paper than
No, I would do it on here because I know not wasting paper.
I can't.
Wait, no, right?
You're not wasting paper.
So here we go. Here is. Ooh, Drew. Here are Clary's shapes. That's funny. What if I did this?
What? Oh, that's cool. What'd you do? Show her again.
No, I'm not going to waste the time. So here is the rectangles. Okay. Or I'm sorry, the triangles. They were squares. How many squares did Jace start with? Clary uses the exact same squares. She just cuts them in half. I know there are 16 triangles in Clary's shape. And what is the answer? And how did you find it? Mackenzie.
The answer is 8, and I found it because 16 divided by 2 equals
Okay. Yes, we know that. We'll draw again. Here we go.
8.
Okay. We know that 2 of these triangles make 1 square. And if she's got 16 of these, all we have to do is divide that by 2, right? Because 2 of them go together to make the unit. So the answer is 8. And here's our tape diagram. And look, in the tape diagram, they even cut the triangles in half, right? Jace uses paper squares to create a rectangle. Clary cuts all of Jace's squares in half to make triangles. She uses the triangles to make a rectangle. There are 16 triangles in Clary's shape. How many squares were in Jace's shape? So here's the square. Here is the the triangle. And then we know that since two of those triangles fit in a square, we can divide the number of triangles by 2. So S, the number of squares, is 8. Okay, arrange 10 centimeter square tiles in 2 equal rows. So guess what you're going to need, my friends? Woohoo! Let's grab our baggies.
Not doing paper yet. Yes, thank you.
Grab some baggies.
Thank you. That was so hard. I love seesaw. You like paper? It's seesaw. You're supposed to.
Manipulatives.
Oh, hi. Hi, Mr. Parker.
Good morning.
How much do we need?
Well, let's look at the board. What does it say?
10.
Oh, we had one less person yet. No, we have. Where's my box? Out of there.
Ah.
No, keep them if you have extra. Keep them in the bag because you might need them for something else. Just use the 10 you need and then keep the rest. Arrange 10 square centimeter tiles into 2 equal rows. I wish I had a way to do these on there, but
I have
Oh,
more.
need some more? I got more.
10 squares.
Well, I have
Really the squares are the big squares. The little. Got it.
2 rows.
Second?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.